But on the other hand, also, I had someone mention that staff was like working while they were in the Airbnb. Like they had to like fix something during their duration. So it's like, yeah, we have people in here.
Oh my goodness.
Like fixing a hot water heater.
Oh my god.
During our stay. And it's like it's a house full of girls and there's men in here doing work on your property while I'm renting it. So
because that's the only day I can get them to come out because I own this home.
Exactly. Which is still, it kind of piggybacks off unhelpful, but it's like now you a little too overbearing because I know it's your space, but can you not be sleeping in here?
Exactly. But that's again, it's like if I think from the homeowner side, it's like, it's tough to get contractors to come out on your schedule. So if this is the
they working on a roof, like not they working on a roof while I'm here.
It's like if this is the only day and I got guests in here, like I'm gonna send a message to my guests and I'm gonna say I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but this is gonna be happening. Like on my vacation,
right?
Not vacation. This is like an extension of work from home. Like I can't.
Hey y'all.
Hey y'all, hey. Welcome to another episode of Travel,
Fly, Sexy.
I'm your co-host 𝗕𝗫𝗃𝗃, owner of Travel Goddess International.
And I'm your co-host Sincerely Jasmine, founder of Boss Babes of Brunch.
Period. Now. my dear. We finna get into it because, and if we rumble, we rumble. Because
I'm not tussling with y'all. So
we've been talking about it. Y'all been asking about it. They've been commenting about it.
I was like, Tosh will tussle with y'all in the comments, not I.
This is very true.
I said what I said.
This is very true. Nevertheless, today's episode is all about why not Airbnb.
Yeah.
Okay? Why not? Not why. Why not?
Yeah.
Because if you've been around with your girls of TFS, you already know. When we talk about Airbnb, it's like, give me the hotel, give me the resort, spare me the Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of continuing to say that with no claim or base,
no context,
today we are going to give you the context that you need. Today we're going to learn you. We're going to learn you on today.
Okay. Again, I'm not tussling with y'all, so just putting that out there.
It's fine. I can carry it for two. Nevertheless, before we jump into all of that, a little bit of gotta smell from our inbox to yours. What's going on in the world of travel, Jazz?
I am also not tussling with American Airlines. Because, yeah. So American is testing some new technology, which is like really getting in the way of my finesse. So basically, this new technology is going to help the gate agents reinforce the boarding process.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're like me, you don't care what group you're in because you're going when you're going. Because some people just don't know how to travel. Like, some people just like all over the place scattered. You could just see it and just know, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get on. I know y'all in group whatever, but this is chaotic. So I always board a little bit early. Don't be like me, be better than me.
I mean, that's actually be like Jazz.
Yeah. Well, not anymore because none of us going to be doing it because the technology is not letting you scan the boarding pass.
Yeah.
So now when the gate agent goes to scan your boarding pass, whatever group you're in, it's going to alert
sound
them.
the alarm.
Yeah, which is embarrassing.
Which is embarrassing.
Like, girl, you in group 5. Okay.
Not too much on
Not
me
too
today.
much. Not too much, group 3. But yeah, so apparently there's some technology that they're testing out to when they scan your boarding passes at the gate, it is going to notify them if you are not in the boarding group that they are currently boarding.
Yeah.
And ultimately going to just cause more chaos and a longer wait for everyone. But yeah, apparently it's supposed to help the boarding process.
I don't foresee that helping.
Yeah, it's going to be more chaotic because now you're telling me, oh, you go this way. Now you get out so now it just let me go because they're not ready anyway.
They're not ready. They're still fumbling, looking for their passport again. Like they're trying to put the stroller down.
I don't know what be going on.
I
feel like, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm going to just.
Can I just?
Yeah, excuse me. All right.
Let me just.
Because it does get confusing because I think it just kind of becomes like a cluster of things where there's a line and then there's people not sure if they're in line. Then you have the people who standing like right by the line because they want to be the first one in line when it's their time. So yeah, but updates to come.
It's giving further ghetto at the point.
Yeah, further chaos. Exactly. It's
'Cause I
giving.
don't
Just give me
understand.
zone 1 because I don't want no smoke.
There you go. It's giving focus on getting your status.
Status up. Okay, I'm almost there, American. So
Because anything it sounds like once you get to 5, 6, 7, 8, it's the people that want to tussle, and it's a lot of it's too much.
yeah.
Why? But remember when we were in Nashville and we were sitting there and I was like, everyone's getting up when their gate is being
Oh
when their
yeah,
group
yeah.
is being called. There are some places around America
Yeah.
and in other countries that they do care to wait.
Mhm.
I care to wait till I'm called. But the reality is majority of people don't care. So I think this is going to be one of those things where now you're creating more hassle than you are creating more ease.
Exactly.
Now,
My
whether or
thoughts
not
exactly.
it's going to benefit the gate agents, I suppose we will see. But I just think as the passengers,
I don't see how it benefits them, but we will see.
No.
Updates to come.
no.
Hopefully they'll test it and then be like, this is chaotic. We won't use it. That's what I'm hoping.
Because, yeah, other than that, majority of the people go in their group.
Yeah.
Majority.
Mhm.
So it's fine. But whatever. I don't know. American, y'all, I feel like y'all just be wanting to do stuff.
Just doing stuff. Like, what are you doing? Of all the technology that you want to implement. All right, whatever. Moving on.
Just go off, sis. Nevertheless, you may or may not be taking an American Airlines flight when you go and stay at an Airbnb. So here we go. Because y'all on my nerves with these Airbnb.
Yeah. Some people really are just married to the idea of rental. Like the rental home.
See. This is a great way to start this conversation, because a vacation rental, in my opinion, I do not classify as an Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
And we use certain suppliers for the vacation rentals.
Yeah.
And those are the
villa style
villas
with
the maids
amenities
and the butlers and the amenities, like vacation rental.
Exactly.
Airbnb is like, it's different.
It's giving hostile.
And I'm like, I don't like to condemn it this bad, but I think we just got to have this conversation, because I'm trying to understand the why.
Yeah.
I get it. Some people say the flexibility. Some people say, when you're traveling with a family, it's a lot better of an experience because everyone can have their own rooms and things like that. Some people say they don't like to spend a lot of money on food when they're traveling, so they rather cook.
All of these, okay. Let's get into the reasons. I'm like, all of these things.
That's why I'm like,
okay.
I don't know.
There are hotels that have multiple rooms. There are connecting rooms. There are kitchens. But again, we'll yeah.
So these are just our 8 reasons.
Yeah.
Why, Airbnb is kind of like, meh. Why not? So first things first, and I think this goes without saying, the safety and security, because this goes to the Airbnb itself with cameras, different things that might be in the space, but then it also goes to the neighborhood that your Airbnb is located in. You're traveling to a new city, a new destination, and you are not necessarily familiar with the surrounding area.
Exactly.
You see this beautiful property.
You see these pictures
in the neighborhood, but you don't know what the neighborhood is giving.
Because you don't live there.
Because you don't live there. So the property is wonderful, but
Gorgeous.
It's on, I don't know, some crazy block that we know as Philadelphians.
Yeah,
You
but
don't
you don't know
over there, but you don't know. So that's definitely something that just makes it, for me, hesitant when I'm thinking about, do I want to do an Airbnb?
Yeah, and that's not something I think people pay attention to when you're booking, because you do get those photos and all that those cute amenities and the listing. So you're not really paying attention to the area. And sometimes they get you with like using Philly, for instance, you might get verbiage of like brewery town or things like that. And like you in their Philly. And like it is very nice and it is newly renovated. And like someone did invest into it's a rental property.
Absolutely.
They are making money off of it. They put money into it. That's how business works. But again, your safety is not my concern. It's me marketing this product that I'm selling. So yeah, they get you with those pics.
And the pics be good.
The pics be great. The Airbnbs eat. Like, that's how I'm like, it's never shade to Airbnbs. Like, Airbnb hosts do not, again, not tussling. But y'all do y'all thing. Like, as a person who's in real estate, like, I've obviously considered Airbnbs. Like, Airbnbs are great. We are just explaining as travelers and as travel advisors why we do not suggest them
to our clients.
Exactly. But I get it why it's a great product to sell. Hey, y'all do y'all big one with them themes, and you get a cute little name.
Ones are very cute,
and then the color.
They're very cute, very cute. And
But
I had an Airbnb, guys.
Yeah.
So I'm not speaking with
No
no
shade.
context. My husband and I operated an Airbnb for 18 months. Like, I know how this all works. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying, like you said, for the traveling experience, if you're asking me to put together a vacation itinerary, I'm not giving you an Airbnb to start with the base.
Yes. Next on our list, oh, Jesus. Last minute cancellations. I have personally had this happen to me. And that's when I was just like, I'm done with Airbnb. Because again, just like Tosh said, like, I've had Airbnb experiences which have been great. I've been in other countries in Airbnbs, other cities, they've been good. But once you get those bad experiences, you're like,
you tried it.
You tried it. It's vacation. And one thing about Airbnb, it's a business. So these people who are hosts run through a platform. So you have to go through a middleman. It's layers to it. Versus if you book a hotel or something like that, you gave your money to one person. Giving your money to Airbnb, then it's getting allocated to the host, and then it get paid to the cleaner and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's going to take you a while to get that money back. You're not just getting the money back, girl. The money then went to the cleaner. They then bought toilet paper, washcloths, new sheets, all this stuff with your money.
They do not want to give
They are not giving you your money back. Airbnb, like, you didn't use our technology. We need our cut.
Yes, they really are. Like,
so getting your money reimbursed is a issue, even in the case of cancellation. So I had a host cancel on me, literally a pond landing in Miami, which I don't know why I booked an Airbnb in Miami. Young jazz. Fun jazz. Risky jazz. It's your girls of 𝗕𝗿𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗀.
Before we jump into today's episode, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to us on YouTube and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
And make sure that you're following us on Instagram and TikTok at 𝗕𝗿𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃.
And of course, if you have a product or service that you'd like to see featured on an upcoming episode of 𝗕𝗿𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃, shoot us an email at info@𝗕𝗿𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃.com.
Now let's get back into the episode. So literally landing Miami with a coworker. Very random. Anyway, they canceled our Airbnb literally as soon as we landed. Luckily we were young and had a couple dollars, because you just cancel my Airbnb. Yes. I don't have no money. So that's my biggest thing when it comes to my clients. I don't feel comfortable sending you somewhere where this person then has the control of completely ruining your vacation. So once we walked out the airport, email cancellation. I guess it happened while I was in the sky. What's going on?
Wow.
He's like, actually, my apartment building is not allowing me to do this. I have to cancel it, like, blah, blah, blah. And again, it's a business. So there are a lot of things, a lot of layers to Airbnbs when it comes to the property, what style property, if it's apartment, condo, those type of buildings. Like, it's not always just, put the code in. Front desk don't know you. You don't pay no rent here. So now you're having difficulties with the staff people. So yeah, they canceled on us. We had to book a hotel last minute. Waited at least 5 days after return to even get the money back. So yeah, the cancellation and the control that they have is just like, that's why it's a no for me.
Yeah. I mean, granted, it's the same way your life be lifing is the same way your host's life can life.
They like, actually, I'm staying. I'm not leaving.
There's so many layers to it. Like, anything can happen, and now they have to cancel your booking. You brought up a great point when you talked about, he said, that the building wasn't allowing him to basically rent out.
Mm-hmm.
That's also something to consider.
That's a thing.
People sublet with Airbnbs. Not every property is someone was doing a flip and they decided to turn it into an Airbnb, but they own it. No, some people go into apartment buildings and complexes and say, hey, this is my intention. This is what I want to do. But then there's other people who don't. And they're like, I'm just going to finesse as long as I can. And when they kick me out, then I'll move on.
Yep.
So now you don't know what kind of person you're dealing with. You just know the listing looks great and you booked it.
Yep. And it's in a good area.
And now you're like landing in Miami and getting canceled.
Exactly.
And also, like you said, because a lot of, I think, folks will book an Airbnb to split costs and keep costs down and stuff like that, which is great. Again, and we'll talk about it, maybe not great, but if you now cancel me in Miami, where we already know they always taxing, how do you afford, if this was a budget trip, accommodations? Because you need accommodations.
Now sleeping on the beach.
Crazy. That's too much control over my vacation. Thank you. Next up on the list, unhelpful hosts, which kind of piggybacks off of what you just said.
Because you clearly hate me. Clearly you don't care about me.
You clearly don't care about me, which is fine. I guess I'm not your problem. But even in the sense of, you arrive, this actually just happened to Kyrie a few days ago, because he will often rent Airbnbs and use them as sets for his movies for the day. So, that's a productive use of the Airbnb platform. That's fine. But anyways, arrived, reported there was a hole in the wall here and things like that, just to make sure that he doesn't get, charged for them on the back end. And it's not necessarily was something that he needed them to repair immediately, but they also didn't offer to repair immediately either. And again, it's like, depending on the severity of whatever the thing I'm reporting is, you probably should either be available or make someone available to assist. But in a lot of cases, it's like, thank you for reporting it. I'll take care of it upon your departure because I don't, quote unquote, want to disturb you. When the reality of it is, no, you probably just ain't really got that part figured out, or you got to figure it out, or the person can't come out fast enough. It's a lot of layers. It's like owning a home.
It is, and again, it's a business, so it's not like this person's primary place to stay or whatever. So they have other business functions in place where I may have a property manager who I have to call. They might not even live in that city or state.
That's
so I might not even be there, and now I gotta hit up this person to see what their availability is to get there, and I'll just wait till you check out. But on the other hand, also, I had someone mention that staff was working while they were in the Airbnb, they had to fix something during their duration. So it's we have people in here.
Oh my goodness.
Fixing a hot water heater.
Oh my god.
During our stay. And it's it's a house full of girls and there's men in here doing work on your property while I'm renting it. So
because that's the only day I can get them to come out because I own this home.
Exactly. Which is still, it kind of piggybacks off unhelpful, but it's now you a little too overbearing because I know it's your space, but can you not be sleeping in here?
Exactly. But that's, again, it's if I think from the homeowner side, it's it's tough to get contractors to come out on your schedule. So if this is the
they working on a roof, not they working on a roof while I'm here.
It's if this is the only day and I got guests in here, I'm gonna send a message to my guests and I'm gonna say, I'm sorry for the inconvenience, but this is gonna be happening. On my vacation,
right?
This is not vacation. This is an extension of work from home. I can't. But y'all love it.
Well, even piggybacking off of that, unwanted guests in the Airbnb, unpleasant neighbors, because again, this is a residential property 9 times out of 10, whether apartment style, home style, or whatever. And sometimes there's amenities that's shared, whether within a building, or sometimes it could just be you're at the pool outside and you have to deal with the neighbors who hate that their neighbor rents out their house every day. So I hate that there's rotating people, and I mean, I would hate that as well. If my neighbor had rotating people in and out, it makes you feel a little uncomfortable. So I can understand dealing with,
because it goes both ways. I don't know you and you don't know me.
Exactly. So now I got an attitude.
Yeah, because who you?
So yeah, dealing with the things that come with the residents.
And we're speaking specifically because about like residences and things that are so close knit like that. And we do understand that, yes, you can have vacation rentals that are living on the Airbnb platform, but 9 times out of 10, those properties also have their own websites that you can go to and view their content
Yep.
and even book with directly with them.
Mhm.
They've just opted to also place their villa or their
Rental.
rental on Airbnb for a higher visibility.
Mhm.
So before y'all put I'm aware of those. I actually just stayed at one of those earlier this year when I went to El Salvador on a brand trip, and I understand that that's a difference. But that property that we were at has their own website, has their own stuff, and they manage their own bookings. Airbnb is just an avenue again to give them more visibility.
Yeah.
But that property didn't have any necessarily neighbors, but they were attached to a public beach.
So you could deal with just
So like we could
the
hear
locals.
people hanging out and doing the beach stuff in the evening. So like it's just, baby, it's a lot. It's a lot. And it's like, child, you charge me too much to be not having a perfect stay.
That's the one. Oh my God. That's why I'm like,
Because the next point is all these darn added fees. They add up.
yes. So the
You
people,
got the security, the service, the cleaning, the taxes, the Airbnb want they money.
so the people who use the like it's cheap as an excuse always blow my mind because I'm like, wait, did you get to check out? Like,
I mean, it depends on how many people they have.
even still, all them fees is crazy.
The fees.
You are paying everybody that's involved in these layers. Like everybody get their piece of the pie, and they show you.
They do show you.
And something about seeing that just makes me not
Makes
want to
me say,
pay.
I'm going back. Never
Something
mind. I
about
quit.
seeing 6 lines, even in Uber Eats. Something just about seeing all these lines of stuff. I'm like, girl, you could have just gave me the total. I don't need to know
That's real though.
how many people getting paid because now I'm mad.
That's really real.
Because why am I paying to clean? Don't you got?
You have to
When you
clean
have
this
to clean
anyway.
anyway? I am confusion.
And the clean.
Are you not cleaning if I don't pay the clean fee? Is it not
Child.
going to get clean?
You know, we will never know because.
Can I remove that? Like the breakdown is just pissing me off.
And then inside of that is also just like so much hidden jargon that you can sit there and review it all, but like there's so many nuances to this platform and so many loopholes within it that they've done a great job at maximizing, but it really does no benefit to the consumer.
Yeah,
So,
we love the transparency. Again, this is no shade to Airbnb. Y'all are eating it up.
they are, and we get it. Like we get
Yes.
it being a reasonable option for people. We just would, like to point out that there are some holes in it.
Mhm.
And them fees is a big hole.
Them fees be adding up.
Child.
Next is that check-in and check-out.
Oh,
It's very unstable. It's very inconsistent. It
very
varies.
demure.
Yes, it's opposite of demure. I don't know. I still don't know what demure means. Anyway, it's not consistent whatsoever. Like, so when you have your hotel check-in, you got 3, 4 o'clock. You have your checkout 11, 12. That is just
standard.
You may have some earlier options depending on where you're going, but that's standard 3, 4, 11, 12. With Airbnb, it depends because a lot of the time they have these like flip overs where they may have an hour, hours allocated to their cleaning people coming in between. So it may be like a 6-hour block to where you can't come, and you may not be able to check in until 8 p.m. But then you can't check in after 11 p.m. So you got to get there, whatever. So literally being mindful of those times, because they're all over the place. They literally vary with no specific standard.
Yeah, I mean, granted, even if the listing does have the times shared, sometimes the host will reach out and let you know this is
My cleaning
it's
people
not going to
there.
be. My cleaners are running late, or we're running behind. Like, there's that level of transparency, or depending on the traveler, that level of annoyance depends on how you see it. That can interrupt again your vacation.
Yep.
Because you're like, I'm trying to get there, at least drop my bags. And
The drop
sometimes
the
it's like-
bag is not a thing.
It's like you're lucky if you have a host that will allow you to drop your bags.
Yeah, no, that's really not a thing. Whereas when you have a
Hotel.
hotel, you can say, okay, I understand the room's not available. I can leave my things with you all, do a quick change in the bathroom, and then be back. That's not an option, a guaranteed option with the Airbnb, because there may not be someone on site to watch your stuff. It may just be a house or a unit that you're going in and that you have access to. So if you don't have the code yet, where you gonna put your bag?
Yeah.
It's not my responsibility.
Precisely. And then they're also like, no, I'm not going to give you the code yet
until
I can't, I don't want you in here.
Yep.
So they're literally just like driving around Philadelphia, for lack of a better city to choose, trying to wait for your Airbnb to be ready.
Yep. Till your host texts you and be like, hey.
And then you got to check out by 9 a.m.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen the 9 a.m.s, the 10 a.m.s on Airbnb. Again, to your point, because they probably got another guest arriving that day. It's only one Airbnb. It's not a hotel where we got 18 double king or double, like certain room categories. So you're not necessarily like, all right, I gotta wait. I only need one.
Yeah.
In the Airbnb, it is only one.
Only one. Exactly. Yep.
So you gotta wait.
Yeah.
And you also gotta get out.
Yeah.
Because I gotta start cleaning this.
And sometimes they operate, like you said, with their early morning checkout, they kind of operate on like a day. Like you're renting this for the day versus like, where hotels looking at it like a night thing. Like, so you might just have this amount of hours here. If you don't have another day booked, then you gotta go.
It's crazy to think. Think about this, right? You didn't get let into the Airbnb till 7, 8 o'clock. You booked a one night stay and you gotta be out by 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Baby, you barely got 12 hours at this Airbnb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think about it. The next time you at that checkout, because what are we really doing? Oh, last but not least on the list. Airbnb, throw your customer service in the trash. Throw it away. It sucks. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah.
I do not like to be that person, but I have personally experienced the less than stellar customer service of Airbnb. And I'm like, how y'all sleep at night? Like, what? This is crazy. In Airbnbs is wild.
I'm like, listen,
that's
we
great.
going through it too. I'm like, I feel you.
But bro, like, can we speak to somebody? Can we connect with some? And like, I've tried to call, then they call back. It's terrible. I've tried to email, then they and child don't have a claim.
Yeah. Very automated type of
don't have a claim service. Because if the claim is not going the way Airbnb would like it to go, they will literally kick you off the platform. That's their solution.
Yeah.
Their solution is, this is too much. Never mind. You just don't get to use this at all no more. This is a real experience. This is what happened to me.
Yeah, they are something else.
And like, I'm still in the disputing process of it.
It reminds me of Uber's customer service. And I think if you've been like on Airbnb and or on Uber from like, I guess like the more beginning phases.
Yes.
I think they went through a lot of like the boy who cried wolf type of thing.
Sure.
So they implemented this like very automatic type of thing where it's like, we're not going to believe everything. They make it a little bit difficult to kind of get to that next level of customer service or to get an answer. They have these like FAQs type of thing. And it's like, again, very automated flow of customer service because I think they're used to hearing the same type of things. But again, not always the best way to have customer service.
I do understand it, but now being the person who has fallen victim to
I really am having a problem. I'm serious.
And I've been using both platforms since 2017? When Uber, when y'all only had black cars, like that's how down I was. And Airbnb, when people were still subletting their own apartments.
Yeah.
Like, I remember that.
Which was crazy.
Right. But like, that's how long ago I was using both of these platforms. So when I'm speaking on my nuances, It's because I've had longevity. I got time in. I can
Yeah.
talk a little bit about what's going on because it's not okay. Granted, majority of what they have to offer is stellar. So my one little tiny violin is not going to change the game.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, I'm just being transparent because what we doing?
Yeah.
What we doing and why we doing it?
I would positively speak on before we wrap up, as we just like kind of cramped on Airbnb. Again, it's no shade to Airbnb. It's just as travel advisors, how we would advise our clients to travel and the importance, to certain things that we kind of emphasize when it comes to traveling. But I will say Airbnb is a wonderful platform when it comes to experiences.
Yes.
Especially
To
if you're
book the actual
traveling to
experience.
new places, new cities, unfamiliar places, countries, and you want to get and you're a cultural person and want to experience that city or country for what it truly is. Airbnb is amazing for those sort of experiences, from
Yes.
cooking
I was
classes
just gonna
to
say the eating
local
experiences,
tours, walking
walking
city
tours.
tours where you can really connect with locals. Because again, just like the host, these are people who are a little bit more related to these areas. So we do have those helpful hosts that can send you, that have a list. I know I did an Airbnb in Austin, and it was just decked out with little things to do and little books and tips and all this stuff. Because it's I'm from here, so
Yeah.
here's what's near, here's where you should
Absolutely.
go. But yeah, those experiences on Airbnb, I would say, are amazing.
They are.
I booked a photo shoot in Paris on there. I booked clients cooking classes on there. So if you are looking to experience a destination,
Yes.
I don't
Authentically experience.
we don't say
it.
don't go to Airbnb. We say don't book houses on Airbnb. Don't book your accommodations on Airbnb.
But everything else.
Still patronize Airbnb because they are amazing. And it does allow you to connect with those locals.
That's facts. Yes, I've done the experiences on there, and
Yeah.
it's certainly cool.
I don't know how they get
Especially-
paid. But
I mean, I think if they get paid similar to how the host gets paid.
okay, yeah.
Because particularly with the cooking experiences, which I think are so cool, where it's you're literally in a local's home doing a demonstration of how they prepare dinner or lunch, whatever you decide to choose. And I think that they would still get paid in the same way, if you booked it as their, overnight stay.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. But I just think that those experiences are amazing.
Amazing. Really good.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes. Thanks, Airbnb.
Mhm.
I'm not, listen, I don't know. It's a love hate.
We had our experiences.
And I think that's more what it is. It's I don't want to feel like I'm knocking it, but I'm just saying these are the experiences that I had and they weren't great. We both said we understand it from the real estate perspective. I've had an Airbnb with my husband from the real estate perspective. Jasmine has considered getting one and still is. So we understand that element. But the traveling part.
Yeah, it's not.
These things are making the traveling part challenging. And as travel advisors,
we want travel to be easy.
we want the travel to be easy.
Affordable, easy.
We can't, because you're going to call us with all of these little things.
Now you mad at me.
And we just told you we can't get in touch with Airbnb. Their customer service is whack.
Exactly. And that's another thing where it's I'm not booking you on there because then something go wrong. Now you looking at me and I can't get in touch with nobody.
We have to be able to communicate with our suppliers and our in-destination partners, and we have to know what's what. So we do have alternative platforms that we use to book our clients what we call vacation rentals.
Yep.
And then, that still gives you the Airbnb style experience of travel, where if you need individual rooms and maid service and culinary experiences, the ability to cook on your own, all of that stuff is very much still there. We just don't use Airbnb for it. And that's just a travel advisor thing. But if you didn't know, but now you know today, Jasmine and I are both a part of Travel Goddess International, which is a full-service travel agency that can assist with bringing your next vacation rental experience to life.
Period. Well, whether a rental or a hotel or a resort, we will get you set. Visit us at travelgoddessintl.com and submit that consultation.
Submit the consultation, but don't write Airbnb. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, that's
write
not
it.
an option.
Write it so that way we can present you with amazing alternatives, and then you'll be like, "Oh snap!
Yeah,
that's dope. Let's do it. Write it. Write it. Write it down.
Please don't. She's not. No, please don't. Don't write that.
Please don't.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Hey, we know you're enjoying the episode, but we just wanted to remind you to leave us reviews.
Yes, you guys are always telling us in our DMs, messaging us, letting us know how much you love the podcast. And we're like, we love the feedback, but let's get it on paper.
Please. And of course, if you have suggestions of topics or destinations that you'd like us to cover, shoot us a DM or send us an email.
Yes. Now let's get back into the episode.
Please don't. Oh, all right. It's time for the travel deal of the week. Travel deal of the week, Jazz. A 5-day, 4-night trip to one of our absolute favorite destinations. We just was talking about
Yes.
it,
I'm ready to go back.
Ready to go back immediately. Cartagena, Colombia. So good.
So good. And this is around the time we went.
It is. Yep. So this travel deal is going to be early February, Saturday to Wednesday for that 5 days and 4 nights with round trip flights via Spirit Airlines flying out of EWR, which is Newark International Airport.
Mm-hmm.
Staying at a 5-star, baby.
Come on, 5 stars.
5-star. Adults only, baby.
Real grown.
Real grown. Hotel accommodations at the Karmairi, forgive me if I'm saying it wrong, Karmairi Hotel, which is on the beach as well in Cartagena. It's beautiful.
Yeah, that
Look
is
it
a
up.
beautiful property.
It's an IHG. It's under the IHG umbrella, so Intercontinental Hotels, like it's under them. Baby, it's
always
very
a good
beautiful.
brand.
Oh, great brand. All of that, y'all. 5 days, 4 nights, 5-star adults only hotel and round trip flights via Spirit flying out of EWR. $480 a person. It's when Jasmine and Ricky are in unison on their reaction for me.
We love
every time.
A good under $100 a day type of vibe.
They both said at the
you
same
just cannot
time.
do no wrong with less than, because you're going to spend $100 when you go out. Today, how much you spend?
Think about it.
What time is it?
Write it down.
How much you spend? You're going to spend less than $100 a day to go to Colombia. Come on.
You can't beat it.
Yeah.
I don't care if you try. I challenge you. You can't.
And adults only. Yeah, that's great.
That's the part, because typically when you get adults only, you're automatically feeling like you're paying more
$100 in general
because you're paying for that privilege, that perk. But no, that's a good one. A steal.
I was just saying how I need to post more Colombia content about how much I saved on that trip.
Yes.
And here we go. It's like you can get to Colombia for less than $500.
For the 𝗬𝗂𝗃𝗃.
But you gotta book with us. That's all.
That's the tea.
That's the heck.
You already know this is one of our exclusive travel deals. So a membership is required to access this amazing tea. Like, what are we talking about?
Come on, $482.
Go back and listen to the Cartagena, Colombia episodes. It was a 2-parter.
Yeah.
That's how banging. I took it back with that word.
I was about to say banging.
Banging the destination is. So you need to be there. If it's on your 2025 list, this is the deal for you.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Yes, it's a great way to start the year. We started our year
and I'll tell you, starting the year with Colombia absolutely kept the vibes high.
It really did.
It set the tone.
It set the tone
for the entire 2024.
I'm ready to go back.
I'm ready to go back.
We'll see you soon.
See you soon, Monkey Bar. And even though we didn't get a chance to experience brunch in Colombia, we know they have it.
They did.
So with that being said, it's time to get brunchy.
Yes. So this week's brunch abroad is the Garden BK, El Garden, in Brooklyn. So this is a bottomless brunch spot. They do brunch Saturday and Sunday, 12 to 4. And I wanted to feature them because we love a good brunch party. So they got a DJ, they playing hip hop, they're playing R&B, little Afro beats. So it's a vibe and it's cute. They got it's called the Garden. So they have that floral, lush aesthetic. So you can get you some content in there. But we love a good bottomless brunch.
Brooklyn really can do no wrong.
Yeah.
The vibes are always on point when you're in the beach.
Yeah. Brooklyn, I miss Brooklyn. I'm like, the last 3 times I've been in New York, I've been in the city. I'm like, I need to go back to Brooklyn.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I sometimes forget, because y'all know, if you're new around here, maybe you don't, but I me in New York. Nah.
Love hate.
But Brooklyn, I mean, have to remember, that
Yes.
is New York because
Yes.
I really enjoy Brooklyn.
I love Brooklyn. Brooklyn is a
Every
vibe.
time I go, I'm like, this is wonderful.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yes.
Like Brooklyn is actually fun. Like New
It feels
York,
like grown. It feels
downtown
like a
is like,
grown
you know,
cool way.
posh, but like Brooklyn is like, oh, we bobbing. And that's why I wanted to feature it because again, it's a DJ. It's not just that downtown bottomless brunch vibe. Like, no, it's lit.
It's a mood.
Yeah.
Yes, Brooklyn. Love it. All right. Last but not least, question of the day. Question of the day, Jasmine. What's one must-do thing when visiting Cartagena?
Well, I just said it, but I'm gonna give you two because Monkey Bar, obviously. Monkey Bar is like top of my list. Can't wait to go back. But two would be what my client is actually experiencing right now is to visit Palenque.
Yes, you do have a client in Colombia right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So definitely visit Palenque. I can't wait to go back. It was a great experience. And if you are going to Cartagena, I definitely say stop by.
Yeah, mine's gonna be the rum tasting at El Arsenal, specifically because I'm sure if you go online and search rum tasting in Colombia, you'll find
A
one.
bunch, yeah.
But you have to go to the one at El Arsenal
Yes, with Sebastian.
with Sebastian on the ones and twos. If Sebastian's not pouring, then ask for someone else
Sebastian.
because like it's not gonna work. Baby, don't miss that experience.
We was tore up.
Don't miss it. And I highly recommend going in the evening. So like
they
that's
do different.
basically like how you would start your night.
Yep.
Like, go to dinner.
I'm going back to Colombia next year. I might be booking this because
Wait, what's up?
I am going back to Colombia
So
is
good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. If you have not visited Colombia, any part of Colombia, Cartagena, Medellin, Bogota, whatever, please, I beg you, go like now.
Book it now.
Book it now. Because
I'm leaving.
I can't. Y'all probably didn't hear that, but we heard it. We love you, Ricky, so
Yes.
bad.
Shout out
Anyway.
to Colombia and PayPal.
Oh, it's the 𝗬𝗏 commercials for PayPal for me right now. I
I
can't.
haven't seen them.
Oh, they're so good. And every time I just think, Colombia. If you know, you know. Anyway.
Please go back and listen to that.
Please go listen to the
Please.
episode. Nevertheless, if you have been to Colombia, drop it in the comments and let us know what is the must-do thing.
Yes,
You
because
have to do it.
I'm building a new itinerary because we going back.
So we love your feedback and go back and listen to the episode.
Yes.
Because we got tons of tea in there. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this episode and future episodes on YouTube and listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Yes, and as you know, or if you don't know now, you know, our audio is available on Monday, so you can start your week with TFS now, Monday morning, and video is still available at noon on Wednesdays.
Period. Love that for us.
Yes.
We're going to get TFS
All
week
week,
long.
okay? And be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at 𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀.
And of course, if you have a product or service that you'd like to see featured on an upcoming episode of TFS, shoot us an email.
Yes.
info@𝗕𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃.com. Let's get your products and your services up here or us come to you. We be outside. Let us know.
Yes. And leave us feedback and reviews. We obviously value your opinions. Let us know if there's any topics that you want us to talk about, any destinations that you want to hear about, and we got you.
Love it here. Kind of love it. A little bit at Airbnb. But
Experiences, Airbnb experience.
Airbnb experiences. I mean, but there's 𝗏𝗏. There is other platforms. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. Can't speak for 𝗏𝗏.
I can. DM
Okay.
me. If you got questions on 𝗏𝗏, I got answers. It's not bad. And also 𝗏𝗏 has their listings integrated into Expedia now.
Oh,
So
that's true. Yes.
you can also book if you really got to have that like experience in Expedia. That's another thing. I'm just saying. There's
More
other
trusted
ways.
platform.
There's, exactly. Expedia is more trusted. Their customer service is great and you can get answers.
Great. Subjective.
It's better. It's better. All right. In my defense, I feel like it's great because I am a silver member on Expedia And therefore, I have my own dedicated customer service line. Just saying. Get your status up, guys.
Okay.
That's the moral
Little-
of the story always.
And then the episode with a flex. We love it.
So I'm just saying, that might be why I feel like it's good. Either way, Verbos are on Expedia and you can book there. So that's it. That's all I got. Airbnb, it is what it is. Like, holla at me if you feel. If not, I said my piece.
Not tussling with y'all. See y'all next week.
Until next time, guys. Bye.